Thank you. Hi everyone, this is the Queen's Privy Chamber, which is a private chamber, hence in the name. And basically, all the portraits in this room depict the Stuart and Tudor worlds. But I'm going to start off my favourite dynasty of monarchs, not because they were particularly nice people, because they certainly weren't, but the Tudors. And here we are looking at them now. So, the founder of the Tudor dynasty, the ruling Tudor dynasty, King Henry VII, who won his throne at the Battle of Bosworth when King Richard III was defeated. Here you have Henry VIII. Son of Henry VII. Henry VIII had an older brother called Prince Arthur, and had he not died of possibly sweating sickness, possibly testicular cancer, they're not quite sure, but Henry VIII wouldn't have sat on the throne. So there may not have been a reformation. There may well have been, but there may not have been. And there we are looking at the next one in the line, which is King Edward VI, Henry's son. Every bit as brutal and ruthless as his father, although he died in his teens. He had a lot of people burned and a lot of people persecuted. And right, we're going to move over to the next in the dynasty. We're going in the line of order here. This is Queen Mary. Mary the First, or sometimes known as Bloody Mary, for the amount of heretics she had burned at Smithfield. Anyone that watched my little on-foot St Bartholomew's tour the other day, remember we went through that gatehouse and I said there's rumours that Queen Mary used to sit there eating meat pies and watching the heretics being burned. That is very much probably an old wives' tale, but it shows just what kind of character she was, that kind of thing built up around her. You've got Mary I of England and King Philip of Spain. It wasn't just the burning of the heretics that made Mary unpopular, it was marrying a Spaniard. People didn't want it because she was a queen, and in those days when a woman married, everything of hers became the husband's, and England did not want to become a vassal of Spain. It didn't want it, so it was really unpopular, and she defied that and married him. And she was so bad. I mean, don't forget the Spanish had the Inquisition and everything. But she was so bad that even Philip had to try and stop her from what she was doing, and she didn't listen to him because he knew that she was making both of them unpopular and hated. So yeah, and then on to the next. Our last Tudor. They didn't last long as a dynasty, particularly infertile and particularly unlucky. Queen Elizabeth I. Some say the greatest of the Tudors. In my opinion, she was. But like her father, she could be very, very ruthless. Bear Queen Elizabeth I in mind, because she will appear again. There we are. Right, so that's our Tudors now. And we'll carry on with the rest of the room. Queen's Privy Chamber. Tudor and Stuart worlds. What does it say, what they depict? The arrival of the Electropolitan at Flushing on the 29th of April 1613. The Siege of Malta. Ah, this is them. The Siege of Malta in a clockwise position are these ones. Let's try and zoom in a bit. That's better. There we are, so it's the Siege of Malta. And then we'll carry on over here. Ridiculous clothing as the late Tudor and early Stuart world. And the Somerset House Conference is this, which is basically the Privy Council of England, which ruled the entire country of the day. Parliament was very different back then, very, very different. Monarchs ruled as well as reigned, whereas nowadays they just reign. They ruled to a degree, but nothing like back then. King James I, the founder of the Stuart dynasty in England. King James I was notorious for not washing or bathing. He would wash his fingertips in water and dry them. He didn't smell very good at all. Although he was married with children, he was also known as a homosexual and had quite a few young lovers who used to like to paw with his clean fingertips and other unclean items of his body. But we won't go into that. It's just too ghastly for words, isn't it? Not the homosexual thing, it's the uncleanliness of not yuck. No, you got to be clean for that kind of shit, isn't you? Whether it's male on male or female on female, you just don't want. Don't want that kind of thing, do you? Portrait of a naval officer, age 24. And we're nearly finished in this room now. Sir Thomas Life. Get a view out. These are those arm things that spread out from either side of the house, the walkways, covered walkways. And we shall end with particularly what I came into this room for, which was the Tudor dynasty. I hope you all found this interesting.